Our next guest is one of the world's truly great musical performers. You know him for such hit recordings as Tiger Rag, Vaya con Dios, Waiting for the Sunrise, just to mention a few. He's just back from a tour of the Far East, and he's just signed with Columbia Records. A talented and an amusing man. Here's Mr. Les Paul. Les? Jonathan Miller.
Hi, Jonathan.
And Arthur Treacher. Come on, Les, you're going to join me over on this side. We're just going to switch.
Okay.
We're doing a lot of dancing back and forth here tonight.
Good.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah,
In all fairness, though, to the audience outside of the studio here, because they saw what you're doing, explain how that's done. Because half of that is you were playing live.
I hope so.
Yeah. You looked live.
Yeah.
And half of it was on a record, and the band was playing too.
No, you see, I have a little black box hooked on my guitar. Do you see that little black box that's hooked on there?
Yeah, with all those things on.
Can I show them the guitar? Did they take it away?
You weren't playing with a record?
No, there's no record going. It's a tape.
You're kidding. I didn't know that.
Let me show you how this is. See this little black
Get his
box?
face, get his face. No. Oh, if you can see the face of what handed that in.
You see this little black box here?
Yeah.
That is my invention. And this little black box is called the Les Paulverizer.
The Les Paulverizer?
That's my invention.
You're kidding. And the tape is in there?
No, it's not exactly in here, but...
You aren't kidding.
This, I can't disclose just exactly how this works. This is my invention.
But was the tape in our control room?
Yeah. But I control it from here. See, I have all the switches and everything.
Son of a gun, you're a nut. That's great, Les. Now, how do you think of things like that?
Well, I
don't you get a
know what
hobby?
to do, so I try, some unusual thing.
But that's the sound just filled this whole theater here.
You just turn it up loud. It's easy.
Yeah. You know, Les, I read so much about the hit records that you've had. Like, for example, the one you did tonight was originally recorded in your garage, wasn't it?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
On all the devices that you invented and recorded. And didn't you have a crazy house in New Jersey?
Still got a crazy house in New Jersey.
It had a lot of how many bedrooms do you have or something?
Well, on your notes it says 29 bedrooms, but that's not true. He made a mistake.
20, that's right, 29 bedrooms. Yeah. How many bedrooms do you have?
Oh, I haven't counted them. I have 29 rooms in the home. But I have a TV studio and a recording studio.
You going into TV now?
In a laboratory. Well, we did Listerine series out of there. We did a lot of TV out of there. And we make all our records out of there.
Do you have any neighbors close by?
Not too close.
No.
Not too close. But our room is made, our home is made with 6-inch doors, so they're very thick. You can't hear any sound outside.
Isn't one of your sons now going into the business?
He's great. He's a drummer, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, one of them plays guitar. He's in Augusta, Georgia, Rusty.
Yeah.
And he's good, and he just got out of the service. He's got his own combo down in Augusta, playing on TV.
Rusty Paul?
Rusty Paul. And the other boy, he's here in the audience somewhere, Gene Paul, he plays great drums.
Good.
I am very proud of him. Plays like Buddy Rich, you know.
Marvelous. What was your...
Not as good as Buddy, but he loves Buddy and he plays like him.
What was your name when you started? You had another name other than Les Paul.
Well, I started out as Rhubarb Red.
Good.
What do you mean good?
That's a good show business name.
Well, you see, my right name was Pulsfus.
Was what?
Pulsfus. That's not an eye chart. That was my name.
Pulsifus.
Pulsfus. And it was a German name, and my mother, when...
Sounds like a medical term. How's your pulsifus?
Did you ever take one out?
Why not? Yeah,
Well, my mother started cutting the name short. She just thought it didn't sound good, so she cut an S off. There was 2 S's on the end. She cut an S off, another S, and then she cut another S. There was 3 of them in the thing. Then she cut the U out and everything. And finally got the name. I think my uncle's grave is just... That's all it's...
Uncle... I like him too.
He got it hacked right down.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I started in the business, she says, the name that you should have is a good country name, because she loves hillbilly music. And she was the one that taught me and inspired me to go into the music business.
Your mom?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And to take up the guitar, and of course, I started out singing hillbilly songs in Waukesha, Wisconsin.
And you were Rhubarb Red.
Yep.
Here's Mama's boy, Rhubarb Red.